91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Hello there. Yes. Friday afternoon. I know you're feeling good because, look, either you are about to be off or you are off right now, sitting in traffic. And if you are sitting in traffic, you are in for a great treat. Yes, Hampton Roads Voices is in full effect right now. And today we are talking about some great stuff, okay? So it's June, graduation season. Yes, coming up in a couple weeks, you have grads and dads. And then a couple weeks before now, we had college graduations all throughout the Hampton Roads area. So yes, have a whole lot of young people out here looking for the next step. So if that is you, or you are a parent or a grandparent or aunt, uncle, cousin, what have you, if you know a graduate, high school or college, then I have a treat for you, okay? Today, we are focusing on I've graduated, what now? Okay, been there, done that. I'm still there, okay? Graduated 3 years ago, and I'm still like, what now? But, you know, we're all going to pull through. And I have some very special guest experts with me to help me figure out and help you figure out what now. I have, first and foremost, Miss Alisha Bazemore. She is the director of Norfolk State University's Career Services. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being here. And I also have Miss Christina Brooks. She is the director of Youth Services over at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads. Hello.
Hi there. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday for sure. So I'll tell you what, when we come back, we're going to get right into the conversation, but it is a new episode of Hampton Roads Voices entitled I've Graduated, What Now? And I have special guest experts who I just introduced, but I'm going to do it again because, you know, maybe you just want to know again, okay? First and foremost, I have Alisha Bazemore. She is the director of Norfolk State University's Career Services. And I also have Christina Brooks, the director of Youth Services over at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads. And they are here ready to give you advice, insights, suggestions, all the good stuff for our recent high school and college graduates. All right, ladies, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, we're ready.
So let's get into it. And are you ready, Hampton Roads? I need to hear your voice. 757-823-9110. 757-823-9110. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please call in. You know, just share. We love to hear from you. So, ladies, even though it is considered the best next step after high school, you know, going to college, that just seems like the status quo. Are there any other alternatives for high school graduates that they can do other than going to college?
Absolutely. There's always other options for you to embark on other than college. I can truly say from a personal experience, my brother and I had two different paths. I attended college, whereas he learned a trade. So he pursued an apprenticeship program. And throughout his apprenticeship program, he did gain some hard skills and soft skills as well. And that really helped him professionally in the workplace. And in fact, at one point, my brother was earning more money than I was as a college graduate.
Absolutely.
So it is absolutely a pathway that many young adults can take. But I truly say try to find your passion or try to find an interest and then move towards that goal. And so, again, apprenticeship is one option that an individual could take.
Okay, Christina?
Yeah, there are a lot of different opportunities out there, and I know there's a big push, you know, go to a 4-year college, get the bachelor's degree, and you're right. That's not going to be the most ideal and exciting path for every person. They could do, as Alisha said, join an apprenticeship program and learn a trade. And there are even apprenticeship programs for administrative positions, for medical positions. There are apprenticeships for all types of things out there. They could join a volunteering program like AmeriCorps, where you do a year of service for your country. They will pay you while you're doing it. You will get an education stipend. So when you're ready to go get some training, you have a little bit of help to do that. And you might figure out that there's something out there you really love, and you're giving back to the community while you do that. You can look at international service opportunities like the Peace Corps and go abroad and serve that way. You could join the military and gain amazing real-world life experience while also launching a career. You could go straight into the workforce and begin building those practical skills while you're out there. There really is something for everyone out there. The most important thing is find what you like. It might change in a few years, but find what you're like and you're going to dedicate yourself to in the today. You can always talk about a different path tomorrow.
You know what? And this is why we have these guest experts here, because some of the stuff that you just said, Christina, I've never heard before. I didn't know that they can give you an education stipend. That's pretty cool. Now, Alisha, you just said hard skills and soft skills. What does that mean?
So hard skills are basically what you learn. It's the knowledge base. Soft skills are things that you acquire, like your time management, your problem solving, your work-life balance. So those are the skills that you kind of pick up on in the workplace. And so we want to ensure that individuals have that balance, because you may know certain things, and employers like the fact that you have the knowledge, but they also like the fact that you are able to come to work on time.
Okay.
That you're able to be committed. That you're able to be a team player as well. That you're able to really communicate and connect with individuals in the workplace, internal and external stakeholders. So those are the things we really want to ensure that individuals know and understand the difference between, and make sure that you really apply those in the workplace. And a lot of times those soft skills help you excel in the workplace as well.
Yeah.
And so when you master those, you really become an effective team player in the workplace. You become an effective professional in the workplace as well.
I would imagine. 757-823-9110, 823-9110 is the number. Go ahead and call in and ask these professionals your questions about, what do I do after graduation? So we're going to take a step back here, because we do have some guest experts. I love to say that because, I handpicked you guys just to be on this show. So, can you tell our audience what you do, where do you work, what, your organization does?
Yeah. So, like you said, I'm Christina Brooks, and I am the Director of Youth Services for Opportunity, Inc. and the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads. Opportunity, Inc. is your workforce investment board. We are here to help our workforce get the hard skills that they need to land those jobs, while also practicing those soft skills to build the relationships in between. We help them connect into training programs and connect with those employers that are seeing a high degree of growth here in Hampton Roads. The Youth Career Center specifically helps our 14 to 24-year-olds that are looking to launch somewhere between high school and what comes after.
Awesome. Alisha?
Of course, I'm Alisha Bazemore, the Director of Career Services. I've been with the university for a couple years now, and I'm so excited to be here. I really came from workforce development, so I know Christina, and that's another thing we're probably going to talk about later is relationships, the power of relationships.
Absolutely.
However, Career Services, we are here to support our students. What we do is we serve as a talent resource for the community. And with that, we help build our students and prepare them for the workforce and prepare them to become global and marketable citizens in society. So we offer services from career advising, career assessments. We also offer some information in regards to various career opportunities or career paths that they can take. We also try to do resume development, or we do resume development, interviewing skills for our students to help them prepare for the workforce. We offer a professional development series for our students. We even have a career closet on campus for our students. It's a free service as long as they're engaged in activities as far as career planning is concerned. And we also invite employers to come in to do some professional development for our students, whether it's information sessions or seminars such as like resume development or career exploration, because we want to invite employers to come in so that they can teach and train our students the way they want them to be in the workforce. So we really are here to support our students, and we're here to support employers as well. Again, I can say we're a large talent resource for employers, and so we're a valuable asset to employers and to students as well. So definitely use career services across your campus, all young folks.
Yes.
I really want to stress that.
Yes, because those 4 years will fly by. Like next thing you know, you a senior. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Like, I have to find a job in 6 months. So, especially if you are a Spartan, please take advantage of that. And the Career Services Center, I never knew a little bit of tidbit of information. Christina was on the morning show, The Kickstart with Khilo. And before you came in, Christina, I did not even know that was available in the Hampton Roads. So, I just thought that would be very important for you to be here and to get that word out, because how valuable is that? 18 to 24?
Yep.
Those are the struggling. I mean, I'm 25 and I'm still struggling, but if we can get started at 18, that'll be great. So moving forward, it is said that, quote, education is critical, college is not. Can you explain, ladies, what that means to you?
For me, education is the knowledge base. Mm-hmm. It's ongoing learning. And for me, college is just the stamp or the receipt to say or validate that I obtained this knowledge in a certain area. So for anyone, it is always important to always learn, be a lifelong learner. You don't have to always take the path, and we talked about this earlier, you don't always have to take the path of going to college, but it is important to yourself for you to be a viable person in society to always continue to learn and to continue to grow. And college is not necessary and it's not applicable to everyone, but it's just a stamp of approval to say that you are certified in a certain area or you have knowledge in a certain area.
You know, I absolutely love the phrase that education is critical because it's so true. And education comes in so many different ways. College is one of those paths to education, and it's an environment where you're challenged to explore things from many different perspectives and can really help you grow those critical thinking skills. But it's not the only place to do that. You can learn that anywhere if you open yourself up to it. And that's just such an important way of growing your career. You know, go to the library, read some books, you know, watch some movies, go see TV, go see your friends, go to some networking events for young professionals that are in the community and go meet some people. You know, so much of your career is going to be the relationships that you build, like Alisha said. And that's a completely different type of education than what you're going to learn in a book and in a classroom. That's all about being able to get to know each other, find your commonalities, but also identify your differences so you can help leverage your resources together and help each other reach your goals and grow.
Well said, both of you guys, because I want to stress to the college, if you're in college right now, if you are a student of a university, please utilize, don't just depend on that degree, because when you graduate, there's going to be a million other people with that same degree, especially something as common as mass comm or I don't even know what else is common, but I just know at a HBCU, everybody wants to be on TV. Everybody wants to be on the radio. So try to use those 4 years to really rub shoulders with the right people and get your internships and things of that nature. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break, but before we go, let me give you this number because we want to hear from you. The show is called Hampton Roads Voices. It's not called Khilo's Voice, okay? So we want to hear from you, Hampton Roads, 757-823-9110, 823-9110, and get your questions in. You've graduated. What now? What is the next step, Miss Alisha? What's the next step, Miss Christina? What can I do besides going to college, or what can I do besides going to the military? We have that for you. Again, 823-9110, 823-9110 is Hampton Roads Voices on Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip hop and R&B soul. And it is now time for the second, I guess, half. Not even half, because we're not even halfway through the show. Well, we're just going to get into it. Hampton Roads Voices, okay? I'm trying to be all, classy, and I'm just going to be Khilo, all right? So today's episode is entitled, I've Graduated. What Now? High school graduates, college graduates, it is that season that, you're really excited. You just graduated. Congratulations. But it's about to hit, especially if you just graduated from college. It's about to hit in, if not a few weeks, in a few months, that, hey, I have to get a job. What is my next step? So this episode is going to help you do that. And I have special guest experts here to, help you and give you that advice, that those things that you never thought of or never even knew. First and foremost, I have Miss Christina Brooks here, Director of Youth Services at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads and Opportunity, Inc. And also Alisha Bazemore. She is the Director of Norfolk State University's Career Services. And before we got off the air, they were just sharing with us what you can do after high school, many, many different options, and also how education is critical, but not so much. Well, I don't want to say not so much, but college is a little less important than obtaining that the information and the education that you need. Give us a call, 823-9110, 823-9110, to get your questions in about anything having to do with this, okay? All right, ladies. So one of the most frustrating things for college graduates, speaking for myself as well, is, the job searches. you need experience for those. And it's kind of like a joke now, even though it's not funny, but it's on Twitter and things like that with the millennials, that they say, hey, we have this entry-level job, but you need 7 years of experience. And we're like, where are we going to get this experience from? So if we don't have experience, in internships or jobs before, how can we get these jobs without that?
Go get some.
Okay.
Yeah, volunteer. Find your interest and go volunteer at an organization that is connected to what you're trying to get experience in. But also, step back and take a look at what you've done. Odds are you have more experience than you realize. Where have you volunteered in your life? What extracurriculars did you do? Where have you interned? Or what classes did you take? What major projects did you do? Sometimes it's more about selling the experience you have than a gap of experience itself. Definitely do internships, and I'll let Alisha chat about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is critical for students to do an internship, whether it's mandatory or not, because of the fact there are millions of students who may graduate with your same degree. What sets you apart is really the fact that you have some workplace skills. And those workplace skills include internships, even some research. And I know Christina alluded to the fact of some of your projects that you've done, your volunteer work. If you're in a student organization, use some of those skills that you've acquired in the student organization. Not just become a member of an organization. Try to become one of the VP of the organization, or a treasurer or something. Try to, use those options as your workplace skills. So you can build a resume. But another piece that you want to do is about the relationship piece on this. Really connect with folks that are in your respective field that you want to go, and develop a relationship with them. Request for an informational interview with an employer. Yes. You're not necessarily going to gain the job from that, but it helps you learn more about the company. And then once you learn more about the company, then try to see if you can volunteer. Become good friends with someone in that particular office. Have some interest in it. Go to your local Opportunity Inc. or your local Virginia Employment Commission or a local agency that they can actually see how serious you are about your career paths. Connect with your career services office on an ongoing basis, because a number of your college career service offices are open to alumni as well. So you still can use that as your resource. Don't be afraid to use resources. Get out your comfort zone, because that's really what's going to stop you. And then for those who have a niche in something, create a blog, create an app, create a website. Still continue your skill set so that it's relevant. Because irrelevant skills means that many times employers overlook you. So you want to sharpen your skills and keep them above and abreast of your skills, rather, I should say, so that it can still make you more marketable as well.
Informational interview. Wow, never heard of that. But that is a really, really good idea. Informational interview. Okay. So before graduating, before it's too late, what can high school and college students do to better prepare them for once, their education is complete and they have their degree?
Well, if they're still in school and they haven't graduated yet, one of the biggest things they can do is what we were just talking about, starting to get some of that experience, but also starting to practice how to showcase that experience. Like Alisha said, getting a blog is such an amazing thing to do because you're showing a practical use of your experience. And again, those relationships are so, so important. We hear time and time again from our employers, they can teach some of the basic tasks. They can teach you how to do some of the basic pieces of the job. But what's harder to teach are those soft skills and those relationship skills. So when you form a relationship with those managers, when they do have an opening come up and they're starting to wonder, do I have someone who's a good fit who might not know how to do the exact task, but they're going to fit on my team amazingly? Or do I have someone who might know the task, but I don't know if they're a fit? They're probably going to go with the person they know that they can train and is going to jive on their team so that they have more productivity overall. So really go meet people, and it's going to be terrifying. It's going to be scary and anxiety-provoking. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I get nervous every time I walk into a networking event. It's not something I'm comfortable with. Do it anyway. go and just say hi. I promise whoever you're talking to is going to start talking back.
Absolutely.
It's just a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yes, 823-9110-757-823-9110 is the number to, call in and ask your questions and give your point of view as far as the next step after high school graduation, the next step after college graduation. All right, so in an article by Time, ladies, relationships are more important than grades while in college. That is according to that article, and you guys kind of been touching on relationships. And I would take it that you guys agree.
Mm-hmm.
How do those relationships really help you post graduation?
So really, relationships. Let's be clear. Education is great. We all know that. That's great. So it's great to have that knowledge base in a particular area or various areas. But what's even better is when you know someone and they know you. And so that's really what helps build a level of credibility. And so you really want to establish relationships because it can really help you get somewhere. So you know how sometimes you may need to go a certain path to get something done, but that path is really not, it really doesn't afford you that opportunity. But because you know someone and they know you, it kind of gets you in the door for certain places. So that's why it's so important to establish relationships. And so you kind of have to look at your career search as a relationship, like you're dating. Mm-hmm. So when you're dating, you really have to put your best foot forward all the time. And so when you're dating, you always try to go out and meet folks socially, right? So why not flip it and meet individuals from a professional standpoint? You're using some of the same characteristics, communication skills. You always want to look your best when you're meeting someone. And so that's the same applies when you're going to a professional setting as well. 7 seconds, first impression, so you always want to look your best. And then as far as, when you're dating someone, you really want to help that person grow and you want them to see the best of you. So why not allow the professional to see the best of you as well? So you kind of want to date professionals as well, in a sense, on a professional standpoint. On a networking standpoint, so that they can understand who you are and your abilities and then really can vouch for you. Because I can tell you truly and honestly, I'm not going to vouch for you unless I know your work ethics, because I'm not going to put my stamp on you because I have a credibility as well.
Right.
And so when you build those relationships with individuals, sometimes they can make a phone call and say, hey, I have someone that I know that's interested or looking for employment. Can you help them out? And so that's why you want to do some informational interviews. That's why you want to network, like Christina mentioned. That's why you want to go to certain places that you don't traditionally go, like the golf course, or some of these networking events or social events or professional events that they are hosting, the Hampton Roads Chamber of Commerce, your career fairs. You definitely want to really participate in a number of the career fairs that you have on campus and throughout your immediate community. You definitely want to do that. And then some social events. You can network with individuals on a social standpoint as well. There may be someone that is an executive or a boss or a supervisor in a respective area, or an admin assistant that can slide your information through quickly. So you really, it's all about, building that relationship piece.
Yeah. And just to piggyback a little bit off of what you said, the reason why somebody that you're trying to not even get a job with. So you said that you can give somebody else a call based on, if I'm trying to get a job. That's based on a relationship as well.
Exactly.
So I thought that's pretty cool. Christina, you have anything to add?
I absolutely agree with everything Alisha said. It's so important to get out there and meet people, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do your homework. That doesn't mean you should not take your grades seriously, especially for my high school students, because your grades and your GPA is what moves you forward into the next step in the career development process, but it's not the only thing. So don't go woohoo and never turn anything in again. You definitely still want to apply yourself as best you can, but don't only focus on that. And I will tell the story to the kids all the time at the center. I got a D in college in research methods. I had to retake that class. I started changing majors. I was giving up because math is not my friend. And I was like, I can't do it. My grades are so low, right? But here's the thing. I used to hang out in my professor's offices. I would get out of class and I'd go sit down with Dr. Fu or Dr. Bruce or Dr. Weber and say, hey, what's up? What kind of research are you doing? What's new? How was your lunch? Because of that, when they said, Christina, why haven't you signed up for classes in the spring in psychology? I said, I kind of sort of almost failed a class and I can't do the math. And they said, no, sit down. And retook the class, grades go up. That was that relationship that I built with my professors who helped carry me through a difficult time in my grades. Grades were still important, they were still necessary, but they were not the only gateway to get through. So, like she said, go make some friends, and please go hang out with your teachers and your professors.
And your academic advisors, too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Know them.
Because those classes fill up fast, and if, you know, they know you and they know that you are maybe an upperclassman, you have to get in there first. You know, they'll send you an email, or when you poke your head in, hey, come on in here, let's do your classes for the spring.
Yep.
You know, that really helps. If you don't mind me asking, Christina, what did you major in? Math?
Psychology.
Psychology, okay.
Yeah, I have an undergraduate in psychology, and my graduate degree is in mental health counseling.
All right.
And that's behavioral statistics. Okay. So there's still a lot of math that goes into it, and that was my barrier.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. 823-9110, 823-9110. Let's get these phone lines ringing, okay? We want to hear from you. It's called Hampton Rose Voices, and we want to hear your voice. Also, in addition to that, get the conversation going online, okay? Twitter and Facebook, use the hashtag HRV, and I will find you, answer your question, or retweet you, or, you know, do whatever I have to do. But we want you on these phone lines, 823-9110. When we come back, we're going to get right back into this discussion. Slow down, Khilo. And then we're going to move forward with Hampton Rose Voices, okay? It is Hot 91. Keep it locked. Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Khilo is here for a brand spanking new episode of Hampton Roads Voices, and a very good one today, if you ask me. It's entitled, I've Graduated, What Now? High school graduates are about to be out. College graduates are already out enjoying the summer. But, you know, the next step is fast approaching if it's not already here. So we are here, myself and my guest experts are here to let you know what your options are, okay? I have Alisha Bazemore here, the director of Norfolk State University's Career Services, and Christina Brooks, the director of Youth Services at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads and Opportunity, Inc. And, yeah, they've been dropping a lot of knowledge, okay? So let's get into it. While researching different options post-secondary education, what are some good techniques to figure out the best option? How can I figure out the best option for me?
For the education to go to?
Yes, well, for my next step, yeah.
So as far as exploring post-secondary options, I usually will tell you start with what you don't like and work your way to what you do, because you have a pretty strong feeling of what you do not like. So start there and then go visit some colleges. You know, statistics are important, retention rates are important. It's nowhere near as important as do you feel good when you're on the campus. Because if you're not feeling right and that fit is all wrong, you're not going to stay. You're going to, you know, drop out or you're going to transfer. So go ahead and visit some different campuses to figure that out. Same thing for careers. You're walking out of college, start with what you don't like, but be open to trying new things. So there's a difference between what you know you don't like because you've tried it and what you think you don't like because you've heard about it or you've seen it or it just sounds scary. So like technology and computers. You might think that's not for you. Go try it anyway. I used to think computers are magic, wasn't my thing. I'm now the director of technology for a professional association because I said, sure, I'll try. So go try some stuff and you're going to figure it out.
And before we get to you, Alisha, 823-9110, 823-9110, get in where you fit in, as DJ Illmatic would say. And, you know, ask your questions, your comments, your concerns about the next step after graduation, 823-9110. Alisha.
I totally agree with what Christina just mentioned. Not only that, maybe you could take a career assessment to identify some of your interests. Case in point, I thought I was going to be a ballet dancer. Wow. I love dance.
I can see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love dance, was in dance all my life, until one day a career advisor told me that dance is not a real career. So it shattered my dreams. So, of course, I majored in, like Christina mentioned, I had multiple majors. And unfortunately, I was not successful in those majors because of the fact I had an interest and love for dance. So I tried to find myself for a number of years. And had I gone to a career services office, which I went to, in fact, and I did a career assessment, and I ended up getting a job in the Virginia Employment Commission. And so I said to myself that I wanted to help others find their passion. So I never wanted anyone to experience what I experienced with shattering my dreams. So I kind of stayed in this industry because I couldn't become a dancer because I was told it wasn't a real career, but I dance on the side now. So, professional dance.
Good.
Let me say that, stress that, you know. Let me say that, you know. Do a career interest to identify really what your interests really lie, and then it identifies some of your skill sets as well, and then have someone to sit down and talk to you about it, because they can help you navigate through the process and then help you make some decisions regarding your career paths. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be college, although it's a great option. It could be some other things that you could do, like the learning a trade, apprenticeship, community college, which is an introduction into, gaining some type of experience or knowledge base in a certain major or field. And then if you're ready for that 4-year college, I think that's a great way to kind of transition to go into a community college and then transition into a 4-year college. So definitely do that, and definitely make some connections with individuals that, may have that same interest. So you really have to get outside your circle. If you're in the same circle and you all are doing the same thing, you're really not going to grow. So you really need to connect with individuals that you want to aspire to do or be like. And so that's really an important piece. You can learn and grow from that, and then decide what career choice you would like to embark on.
Yeah, 823-9110, 823-9110 to ask your questions. And that is really good advice, and I actually did that myself. Mass communications, that's what I have my degree in from the Norfolk State University. But it's so broad. It is very broad. You can do a whole lot with your mass comm degree, including things that have nothing to do with mass communications. It could just be regular communications. So I did some internships, and I was all over video production, press, I keep wanting to say press, public relations, media relations, radio production is what I do now, on air stuff, behind the scenes stuff. And I really found what I like to do. And, so I think that is very good advice. So Business Insider advises college grads to use the resources around them. What is a good example of someone using resources around them? I think you guys been doing that all show long, but really quick.
Well, again, the relationships piece is huge, and the career assessments are going to be very important. We were actually just talking here in the studio about some of the things that we've done ourselves, and one of the topics that was brought up was doing an internship post-graduation. And, you might not make money doing it. That's okay. Getting that experience is what it's really worth. So sometimes those resources around you are opportunities too. And it's important to remember that your major isn't necessarily your career. It's the perspective to which you view what your career path might be. So you could really use it to do anything. We've had some amazing career coaches who majored in biology, who majored in communications. We have some who majored in English, some majored in counseling. So you really can do anything. I'm a psychology major, and I'm the director of youth services and a director of technology. So you can really turn it into anything if you're open to trying some things. So use those experiences as the resources around you. Go try some stuff.
Yes, go try some stuff. Okay, get on out there and stop partying. 823-9110, 823-9110 is the number, and we do have a phone call. Yay! 981, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
This is Raven. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Raven. Go ahead.
How are you guys?
We're doing great. Thank you for calling. What's your comment, question, or concern?
Well, I'm a recent grad. I didn't graduate from Norfolk State University. I graduated from Old Dominion. So,
ODU
yeah.
grad.
I'm calling because I'm a recent grad, and I've been putting in applications. I feel like I've applied for over 60 jobs now.
Woo.
I will be moving to the Richmond area, so I'm going to graduate school at the Virginia Tech campus at Richmond.
Congratulations.
So I haven't had any luck so far, so I wanted to get maybe some tips or, some of the jobs I'm applying for, they may be a reach, but I don't want to limit myself. So just some tips on what to do from here when I'm not getting any luck.
Okay, so you've, Christina, can you reiterate what she just asked?
Yeah,
please?
So Raven, I just want to make sure I tracked you. So you just graduated from ODU, and you're about to move up to Richmond and go to the Virginia Tech campus up there. Remind me again, what did you say you majored in?
History and political science.
Ooh, awesome. And what are you doing grad school for?
Public administration.
Okay, so you're kind of interested in policy and working within government, social action, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what have you already done towards it? Have you volunteered somewhere? Did you intern somewhere?
I was an intern over the summer with the city of Norfolk at the Department of Neighborhood Development. I was offered a position to, continue, so I've been doing that since. The internship ended in August.
It's exciting.
So I've been working there ever since. So I've been getting my hands in policy and local government and housing. I just need an employer to, just take a chance on me. I may not have, years and years of experience, but the things that I've been doing correlates to, some of the responsibilities that they have on their resume. But at the same time, because I'm a recent grad and I may not have, 5+ years of experience, I don't know if they're just looking over me or...
Yeah. So do your current supervisors know that you're moving up to Richmond and you're looking to kind of go into the field up there?
Yes.
Who do they know?
The people I've been talking to, they don't know a lot of people in terms of higher up people that may have connections to hire me.
Yeah.
I did try that route.
So, it doesn't always have to be higher ups either. Sometimes it's somebody planting the seed in the ear of somebody else who happens to play golf with somebody who has tea with somebody else. So it can be a really complicated process. And sometimes the people who know people don't know that they know people. So it might even be trying to help them draw that map of, well, tell me who you know, and then go do a little bit of research on your own and see how is who they know connected to where you're trying to go. I don't know if you ever heard of the Kevin Bacon game, 7 Steps to Kevin Bacon. We're all connected to each other. Alisha and I knew each other from a whole different world years ago before we got here. So that's very normal. Khilo is sitting here, and she interned with KBD Group, who's sitting beside me. So it's a small world, and try that out. But the other thing to do in the absence of that connection, drive up to Richmond and go introduce yourself. One of my mentors will tell a story of how he sat on a bench outside somebody's office every single day for months. And the manager would walk out, and he said, "I'm still here. I'm still interested. I just wanted you to know that. I hope you have a good day." You don't have to go that far, but go meet them and let them know, who you are. They're more likely to hire somebody that they know, somebody that they've seen, than a piece of paper that's sitting on their desk. So, go make that introduction. You can do that through those career fairs, through those networking events. You can also go show up at their office. Maybe call them ahead and say, "Hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee? I really just want to pick your brain." Don't ask them for a job while you're sitting there. Just go ask them how they got where they are and what is the most important thing they wish that they knew before you. And in the conversation, they might say, "So you're coming up to Richmond?"
Absolutely.
Build those tracks. Alisha, do you have some more advice?
I think another piece, and you're right on target, Christina, with everything that you mentioned to her, we also need to utilize the power of social media.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
LinkedIn is a perfect way for you to research and identify some professionals in that area and make that connection with individuals through LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account now, just make sure you create one immediately, because that is a great way to professionally network with individuals. You hit everything in reference to what she needs to do, but it's just really about the power of getting yourself out there. You have to really build your brand and build your presence in that particular area, and everything that you do is about a brand. So when you think about Beyonce, you think about Jay-Z, Steph Curry, they all have a brand. And so you have to look at yourself as a brand and really position yourself into that area, immerse yourself in that area, go to social events, go to some professional events in that area, and get to know the people, get to know the area, get to know some of the city offices there. And like she mentioned, go down to some of the city offices, City of Richmond. I know you said you interned at the City of Norfolk. Why not visit the City of Richmond office? Find out who are some of the key people in that office, and then try to network with those individuals, whether it's through LinkedIn initially, and then be able to create a relationship with them in person. So really use your resources and be creative. Think outside the box. Kick the box, really, because it's in your way. So don't be afraid to really make that connection with individuals.
And I know you said you graduated from ODU, so if you haven't already, go back to your career center there. They got some amazing people who are working there. Tell them Christina said hi.
Yes.
That's where I learned how to work in this field. And give Virginia Tech's Career Center a call. You're an incoming student. They know you're coming. And they're in Richmond, so they've already built those connections with companies that are up there. And they want you to succeed, because when you succeed, they succeed too.
That's
so, you know, the career centers are here for you. And give us a call at the Youth Career Center, 233-8686. Google us. And we'll sit down with you. You know, say, hey, Christina, can I come sit down with you and pick your brain? And Raven, we'll sit down. We'll figure it out. You know, attitude is everything, so stay positive. I know that this is frustrating.
Yeah.
My husband went through an 18-month job search when he came out of grad school. You know, he has hopscotched his way around to build his career. That is very normal, especially in a post-recession economy. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're going backwards in order to go forwards, but I promise you are moving in the right direction.
Absolutely.
We just need to twist the box a little bit and change the perspective. But you're going to get there.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for the encouraging words.
Thanks for calling.
And call us.
And good luck to you.
What was the number again? I didn't catch it.
It was 233-8686. And if you Google me, Christina Brooks in Youth Career Center, I'm the top link. So come see us. We're over at TCC Virginia Beach. Go, again, ODU's Career Center. You know, they'll be there to help you out, too. We're here for you.
Christina, that number one more time.
233-8686.
All right.
Got it. Thank you.
No
All right, Raven, I'll
problem.
be expecting that call.
I will call you.
All right.
All right, ladies, sit tight. Let's do some legal things here. Hi, 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Hello there, and happy Friday, and happy new episode of Hampton Roads Voices. This one is entitled, I've Graduated, What Now? So I have special guest experts here with me, and they are offering advice, insight, input, and everything in between on how to take the next step into graduation, well, from graduation into the real life, okay? So I have Alisha Bazemore. She is the director of Norfolk State University's Career Services, and also Christina Brooks, director of Youth Services at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads and Opportunity, Inc. So I want to hear from you. If you just graduated or you've been graduated for a while now and you're still trying to figure out, you know, how to find yourself and find your career, give us a call, 823-9110. I want to know, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you going to do after graduation? 823-9110. Now, off the air, Christina, you said that we should talk about marketing a degree. First of all, what is that? And second of all, how can we do that?
Yeah. So it's more like the opposite. So, you know, not just marketing a degree, market who you are. So you might say, I have a major in psychology. I don't know what that means. What do you know how to do? What have you done? Is it behavioral psychology? Is it business psychology? What did you actually learn? I have a major in biology. That's wonderful. What do you know how to do? I don't know what that means. So I'll say I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. Well, you guys, okay, that's awesome. What does that mean? I have a subspecialty in trauma and chronic mental illness. I just gave you a little bit more details. So my other specialty is career exploration, career development, workforce development. So give details. What do you know to do? What is something practical that you can sell? So don't just stick, you know, yes, I finished my bachelor's degree in psychology. They don't know what you mean by that. Give them something that's measurable. On your resume, make it measurable. On your application, make it measurable. Don't just say I'm a hard worker. Don't just say I went to school. What does that mean? I doubled our sales in 6 months. Wow. I know what that means. I have 18 months of experience in clinical mental health with a subspecialty in suicidal ideation. I know exactly what you know how to do now. Thank you. So be very specific in what you know how to do, because that's going to be a little bit more telling for that manager that you're trying to connect with.
Really quick question, and you guys can both answer.
Yeah.
Can I put that on a cover letter?
Oh, I hope you do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then also, if I put that on a resume, should I do like skills, or should I say expertise, or?
Name it after what you're trying to do. So if you are trying to become a customer sales representative, call it customer sales representative experience.
Okay.
If you want to be a clinical mental health, then put clinical mental health experience. They're only going to spend about 10 seconds scanning your document.
Absolutely.
So use the keywords that you're trying to sell, because that's what they're trying to buy. So be specific in every aspect if you can. It's okay to get creative with it. Don't get too creative.
Right.
Please don't use colors. Please don't use smells.
Absolutely not.
But you can organize it however it makes sense to you, as long as they don't have to ask, huh. If they're asking, huh, they might not be calling you because it's too much, like it's not enough for them.
Alisha?
I agree. Be very specific. Make sure that you read that job description backwards, forwards, upside down, and just identify some of the key words that's in that job description. Because again, like Christina mentioned, they're looking for those trigger words because they know exactly what they are looking for. Yep. And you want to make sure that your resume, because your resume serves as you. Your resume is you. The interview helps you get the job. So while your resume is serving as you, that's your spokesperson. So make sure that you're capturing all of the target or the keywords that they mentioned. And really, like she mentioned, play up or sell your major. You can outline some of your coursework that you've done or some projects that you've done to really enhance the fact that you have some knowledge in that particular area. So you really want to do that. And then she mentioned also you want to quantify the fact that you were able to do some of those things. You manage over 20 staff. You know, that's how you're quantifying that you have that ability to do that. Use numbers, use percentage.
Yep.
As she mentioned, you saved over 20% or help increase profits. So you really want to quantify what you've done, and the way to do that is to really have some hard numbers in there, percentages in there, and that's really good. Just really going to set you apart from any other candidate as well.
Absolutely.
I'm revising my cover letter tonight. 823-9110, 823-9110. If you have any questions about the next step after graduation, you just graduated. All my college grads, where are you? I know you're out there. If you just graduated and you're confused about what to do or how to just get to that next level, here are the ladies that you need to speak to, 823-9110. Now, we were talking about work-life balance. Once we do get the job, or once we're getting those internships and, you know, those long hours and things of that nature, how can we have a work-life balance? Is that even possible? Talk to me, ladies.
Alicia's laughing at me because we were just talking about it. And, you know, most of us in the room don't really have one. And that's so important to talk about because, you know, every generation is different and every workplace culture is different. And that need for a work-life balance is super important, but it might not always be realistic, especially when you're trying to build your career in the early days. You know, they're going to be looking to see who's putting 110% into it. Doesn't mean you need to sit in your office until 10 o'clock at night staring at the boss because they're still there. If you're not having something to do, then they're actually spending more money on you than they need to. But you also don't need to clock out at 5 if you've still got some work to do. Be as healthy as you can. You know, spend time with your families. Find time to read a book. Listen to some music. But don't be afraid to push a little harder to make those connections, build those relationships, say yes when they ask you to take on another project, even if you don't know where you're going to put it, because that next project might be the gateway to your next promotion. You know, they're going to be noticing who's increasing their productivity and who is standing out from the crowd. So don't be afraid in these early years to have the grit and have the determination to push forward. But don't forget to give yourself at least one weekend every month just to go and chill on a beach somewhere.
Yes.
You know, it's important to find that relaxation. So, yeah.
I totally agree. with everything that you mentioned, Christina. I don't really have the answer because I'm not the expert in that. I do not have work-life balance. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah. But as you mentioned, your hard work is going to reap great rewards. And so your employer will identify that. So I again, for my example, when I first became a director, my boss used to delegate everything to me, everything. So I was at work at 6, 7 in the morning. I left at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
So I was a little frustrated because I didn't know as much. I didn't know that much, but he delegated everything to me, and there was a reason, almost like the wax on, wax off with Mr. Miyagi kind of thing, So he was trying to build my confidence in that particular area. So he delegated everything to me so that I can learn, I can grow, I can figure things out, I can problem solve. And so I was committed. He saw how loyal and committed I was. So I eventually grew. I eventually, got promoted multiple times in a short period of time. And, of course, my salary increased. And, of course, I got additional perks. I got bonuses. So really, it's very important for you to understand the power of commitment, hard work, and dedication, because you may not want to sit there and spend long hours at night, but again, as you're going to reap some great rewards afterwards. Then, when you have your downtime, I do believe in the concept of if you work hard, you play hard as well.
That's right.
So I really believe that individuals can play hard, but it's a time and a place to play hard. So while you're learning and trying to grow, you want to really, as young individuals say, stack your checks. So really build a reputation where you can stack your money and invest in yourself. So really what you're doing is investing in yourself. And you want to see people how hard of a worker that you are. So stay committed to that. Don't always be the first one to leave out, because, again, they notice that. Try to actually volunteer to take on additional assignments. Ask if anyone needs any additional support or collaboration efforts, because they like the teamwork concept. So really stay focused on that, again, because you're really trying to build professionally, and the way to do that is by working hard.
And that's good advice for even if you're not working for someone, if you're working for yourself.
Exactly.
A great example is my mama. She is a real estate agent full-time, and her work-life balance sucks. We just came back from vacation, and we was like, Mom, put the phone down. But, the proof is in the pudding. She's always working, and, we're fed. So,
right.
the kids are fed. I'm grown now. So, you said, Christina, about being yourself, how important that is, being yourself.
Yeah.
In any field, I'm just going to use the one that is dear to my heart in the broadcasting field. It's kind of easy to pick up on another personality and what she's doing, or I'm gonna pick up on that, I want to be like him or her. How important is that to be yourself, and how can we better embrace that?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it at the beginning of the show when you said, I'm just going to be Khilo, because that's so important. If you're not genuine, you're not going to be bringing your best and whole self forward into your work. So don't try to be someone else. Learn from them. If there's someone that you're admiring, that they have a trait that you don't have, that you think would be beneficial to add into your personality, by all means learn and grow from it. But trying to take on a personality that's not yours. So trying to be super energetic if you're a naturally calm person, or trying to bring your energy level down to better fit into a more sedate environment. It's not the healthiest path to take, because it's not who you are. It's like putting on a pair of clothes that just don't fit. It's so important for you to find the environment you're going to grow and thrive in. And maybe if you're a super loud and energetic person, a quiet workplace is not where you're meant to be. And that's okay. You might work in a job you hate for the first 6 months. Use it to figure out what you don't like, and then leverage into something that you do.
Put it on the resume.
Yeah, put it on your resume. Meet people. You might actually find people in the office that you connect with, and you become great friends, and they become your resources to connect into another career field. So don't shy away from doing things that aren't your favorite, but know that it's so important to be true to you. You have to be you.
Yes, and we want to hear from you. That's right, 823-9110, 823-9110. If you have any questions about graduating, if you have just graduated and you are on, the right path, or maybe you're on the wrong path, we want to hear about it. What are you doing right now, recent college grad? What are you doing right now, about to be recent high school grad? Are you going to school? Are you going to Norfolk State? What are you going to major in? We want to hear all about that. 823-9110, 757-823-9110. We'll take a quick break. It's Hot 91, Hampton Roads Voices. Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Hampton Roads Voices is in full effect right now. I've graduated. What now? What to do right now? I have guest experts in right now that are giving us advice and tips on how to navigate life after high school graduation and life after college graduation. Alisha Bazemore, Director of Norfolk State University's Career Services, and Christina Brooks, Director over at the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads and Opportunity, Inc. Okay? We want to hear from you. 823-9110. All of my high school graduates about to be. You have a couple more weeks. Woot, woot. What are you about to do? Are you going to ODU? Are you going to Howard? Are you about to go ahead and jump into an apprenticeship? I want to hear from you, okay? Go ahead and give us a call, 823-9110. Or if you just graduated from college, are you going to grad school? Did you just find a good job? You can't find a job. I want to hear all different types of stories on that spectrum, okay? Again, 823-9110. We do have some phone calls, so let's hop right into the phone lines. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, can you do me a favor and turn your radio down if you didn't already?
Oh, it's off. I live near the base, so you're going to hear some airplanes.
Okay, no problem, Stephanie. What's your comment, question, or concern?
I'm calling from the perspective of a parent of a graduate.
All right.
She's 20 years old. She just graduated with her associates from a 4-year institution in Florida for business management, and she wanted to come back to VA to finish up her bachelor's. My daughter has always been very entrepreneurial-minded, so she already is aware of the type of business that she wants to start, and actually she's coming home today. Oh. And what I'm trying to do is figure out how to navigate her into the next phase.
Well, you caught the right show, Stephanie.
Yeah, I love what you guys do. I appreciate. I'm so glad that I can tune in every time when I'm on my way home from work and just hear what you're doing.
We appreciate that.
Yes. So now that I'm still and I can take notes, my question is again figuring out how to navigate her to the next phase, because I realize a lot of young people don't go to college or don't pursue their dreams because of lack of know-how and help in the home. Mm-hmm. So as a parent now of a 20-year-old that's about to be 21 in a few months,
happy birthday.
I'm having her come home now to license her business name, because she already knows what she wants to do. Also, she wants to finish her bachelor's in doing data analysis, because she's a whiz when it comes to mathematics. So she said, well, Mommy, I want to do something with mathematics and technology as well, but I also want to do my cosmetology business. So when she graduated high school in 2014 and sat down with myself and other family members, she said what she wanted to do that first year is go to cosmetology school, so that when she does go away to college, she can be able to make money while she's in college.
All right.
So, which we thought was an excellent idea, because now she has this skill, and I just need to know what can I do for her at that age, because when they're 20, you're not really parenting and molding them at that stage. You're more like their manager, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I just want to know the best ways that I can support her.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance, because she's in this time where, she needs to go out there and do some things and get the experience and stand on her own a bit, but she still needs the guidance and still needs you to help her. So it's definitely a tricky time. You said that she graduated with her associate's degree?
I didn't hear you.
You said that she graduated with her associate's degree?
Yeah, so far her associate's is in business management.
Okay.
And then she wants to do something with mathematics for her bachelor's.
So is she already enrolled in her bachelor's
She's
program?
not as of yet.
Okay.
So her plan was to re-enter college here in Virginia in January of this year because she's coming home today so she can complete her state board licensing for cosmetology.
Yeah.
And she's going to license her business name and start building a network for her business. She has to get her driver's license, all these little nuances
it's the little pieces
that she just needs to complete while she's here.
So is she looking to go ahead and launch her business this summer? Is that what she's trying to do?
She wants to work in the summer as well.
Okay. So in cosmetology, I'm guessing she knows the process of finding a salon to rent a chair in, teaming up with someone who has an established business and placing her brand kind of alongside it or underneath it to apprentice a little bit, learn from someone who's already managing, build the capital, and then branch out and open up her own freestanding salon. Is that what she's kind of thinking of doing?
Okay.
So that's one way. If she's already got the funds ready, she could go ahead and get the standalone salon. You know, there's some really great entrepreneurship centers. You know, NSU's got a really great business center. ODU has a strong entrepreneurial center. There's Hatch Norfolk. There's the Norfolk Fair Trade Company. There are a lot of programs here in Hampton Roads that will help her launch her business before she enrolls to go back into school. But really, those are the things that she needs to build the groundwork for, you know, especially when launching a business, is how is she going to pay for it in her first couple of years. I have a friend who paid for her entire undergraduate degree doing hair in the dorms, and I'm not kidding. So it's a wonderful way for her to gain income while she's in school, and I'm thrilled to hear she thought of it. That's amazing. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Great idea that she had. What I would suggest is that she identifies a mentor. Mom, you're doing a great job.
Yes, very much.
I think really also what will help her is she establish a professional mentor that can kind of help her, guide her through some of the processes. So it sounds like she has multiple pathways that she's trying to do. So we really need to nail down what it is she can do and ensure that she's able to meet each benchmark and each goal, because what we don't want to happen is that she's overwhelmed and can't really figure out her path. So start with the ultimate goal. What is the ultimate goal? And then work backwards on what steps she needs to take to get to the ultimate goal. But again, she mentioned a lot of the resources that she should connect with, Small Business Association as well. There are a lot of opportunities for women as well that can help support her financially. So it's about doing that research as well. So really identify exactly what she wants to do first, connect with some professionals that may be in the industry on where she's trying to go, and then really have some conversations with them about it, because they can tell her the good, the bad, and the ugly regarding entrepreneurship. And realistically, that information really is strongly received from another entrepreneur, because they know what it is to really market and brand this particular company that she's trying to establish. So really have her to do that and really sit down and map out exactly what she's trying to do. I think it's a great idea that she wants to also continue her education as well, because this will ultimately help her as she become an entrepreneur. But you still want to make sure that she's clear about her direction and what she wants to do.
Oh, you know what? And this is why I'm pushing so hard, because I have some college in my journey, but I'm not a graduate because I had to work. And so my sister, she graduated from Hampton with her electrical engineering, and she's making great money up in New York and still fulfilling her passions above and beyond that.
Right.
So it's important for me that I keep her abreast of her goals. She's known what she's wanted to do which is a blessing since she was very young.
Yeah. And that's a blessing to have you because you're her coach.
Yeah.
You're her supporter. Yeah. You're her advocate. You know, and sometimes we all need that one person that's going to continue to, cheer us on, especially when it gets rough for us. So continue to do what you're doing, Mom. Yep. And,
Thank you.
She's on the right path because she has a big supporter, and that's you.
Yeah, that determination.
Thank you so much. And you know what I wanted to ask you all too? You know, I'm 44, so I'm considered old school because I'm from a different generation, but the dynamic as I was listening of, getting that job or, establishing that career has changed over the years.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have more, everything is computerized and what have you. Are there still grants available for startup businesses today?
There are. It's a competitive process, and those resources, like the Entrepreneurial Centers, like the Small Business Association, they worked with grants and funders in the area to be able to build those connections and can help her identify those sources. And like Alisha said, there are so many resources out there for women-owned businesses. With her determination and passion that you've already described, she's going to do it. It's going to happen, and it's going to be amazing. And they can help connect her.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. I have a little tidbit of information, too, a little bit of advice. So if she wants to do something like cosmetology, tell her to get to her market, especially these young people, millennials like myself, get on those the social medias, I'm sure she knows that. I'm sure she knows that. Well, thank you, Miss Stephanie, for listening.
God bless you all.
All righty. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye now.
Yes, and we want to hear from you really quick. Let's squeeze them in. 823-9110, 823-9110. If you have a question for your baby and you want to see her succeed or see him succeed, or if you are the baby and you're trying to succeed yourself, okay? We're going to play one song, and then when we come back, we're going to give you some information about the Youth Career Services. The Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads. They're hiring. Oh, yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So if you need a job or if you need an internship, Miss Christina here is going to give you more information about that. Okay. Keep it locked right here. It is Hampton Roads Voices. I've graduated. What now? On Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip hop and R&B soul. The home stretch of this new episode of Hampton Roads Voices. I've graduated. What now? All right. We want to hear from you. 823-9110. If you have any questions about what to do as your next step after graduating, okay? What are you doing? Are you about to go back to school, dabbling in some social work? Here's these experts that are going to get you on the right path, okay? So, before I got off air, I did say that the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads is hiring. Can you tell us more about that, Christina?
Yes, we are. So Opportunity Inc., our parent brand, is also hiring. So the whole organization has 3 positions open right now. We are hiring for a career coach over at the Youth Career Center. It's a part-time opportunity at 29 hours a week, coaching, young folk how to get jobs, how to explore their careers, putting together, live action board games for them to play, and just having a lot of fun inspiring the next generation for what they want to do. And then we have a couple of full-time positions open with Opportunity Inc. itself. One is a coordinator of workforce analytics, so looking at labor market information, statistics, and data, and putting together reports for the business community. And then we're also hiring for a career resource specialist, and this is an individual who coordinate our satellite program. So they'll put together workshops out in the community at the different libraries that we partner with. Great opportunities. If you're interested, go to opp-inc.org or check us out at myouthcareercenter.org. And, come work with us. We want to see you. Also, we do have a regional healthcare job fair coming up. So if you are majoring in the healthcare fields and you're looking for your next opportunity, then next Thursday, June 8th, between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., head over to the Peninsula Workforce Development Center. This is a regional initiative where we've partnered with the Peninsula Council for Workforce Development, as well as Thomas Nelson Community College, the VEC, which is the Virginia Employment Commission, and the American Job Centers, in order to bring this opportunity to you. So healthcare job fair, June 8th, Peninsula Workforce Development Center in Hampton, and check it out at opp-inc.org. And again, we're hiring, so please come work with me.
All right. So speaking of those career fairs, I have a question about those because there are a lot of them around here, especially in the springtime. And good job to you, Alisha, because Norfolk State always has something going on with some job fairs or resume preparedness. There is no excuse for the Spartan, okay?
Absolutely.
So how can we take advantage and really use the maximum potential for a career fair?
Well, first you have to get out there. That's the first step. A lot of times career fairs are intimidating to individuals, and we want to move away from the myth that you can't get hired from a career fair. That's a myth, because you can. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I have had a number of students who have secured an internship and an employment opportunity through just participating in the career fair. Really just get out there, have a winning resume. So for your the college students, really focus on a one-page resume. For those individuals who've kind of been in the profession for maybe 5 or the industry for 5 or more years, up to 2 pages is acceptable. So just actually get out there, make that connection with the employer. Don't overlook the employer just because you may see a ship and marine sign. They still need someone to operate from a business perspective as well. So it's really about making that connection with the employer and just say hello. And from the first sign of saying hello, it just opens up the door to a dialogue and a conversation. Because really, at our career fairs, the employers are really supportive of students. They want to know students. They want to see what you're doing. They really want to help you. So while you're in college, because when you graduate, you are a job seeker. While you're in college, you're considered a student. So they employers have a little bit more empathy and sympathy for you if you mess up, because they want to help you and help develop you a little bit more so you're ready. But when you become a job seeker, you don't get a second or a third or a fourth chance. So while you are a student, take advantage of the opportunity of engaging with employers during a career fair. And at times, some of the employers will say, hey, don't just come to me. There are 4 other employers that you should go and check out as well. So they really try to encourage students to really connect with each other or connect with different employers so that you can get exposure, so that you can practice communication skills as well with them. So just really it's about engagement. And participation and engagement.
And to piggyback off of what you said, sometimes, especially for and I keep talking about my mass comm because that's near and dear to my heart. When we go to these career fairs, you barely see, television stations there and, places that we think of when we think of mass comm. But you can walk up to, like you said, Alisha, those places that have the big ship signs or the construction signs and say, hey, is somebody dealing with your social media? Is somebody shooting your commercials?
Right.
I'm that person. Let me be that person. And they probably never thought of that. Like, we'll talk. We'll make a position for you or point you in the right direction. So that's something to take away from that. And Miss Christina, you're the queen of job fairs because Opportunity Inc. always has them. How can we, better maximize that potential there?
Yeah, everything Lisa said, and also, please prepare. Dress like you mean it. All right. Please don't wear a t-shirt and jeans to the fair. Please don't wear the purple lipstick or the crazy hair. That's for when you have the job. When you're looking for it, be a little bit more conservative. And it's okay to look up and see who's going to be there. Do a little bit of homework on the company. Go talk to your favorite ones, 3rd or 4th. Talk to the ones you're not so sure about 1st and 2nd so you can get the nerves out. And like they said, go talk to every single person because they all have opportunities for you. You're a mass comm major, everybody needs help with public relations. Everybody, whether they have a specific position for it or not. If you're a psychology major, you understand people. We need you. Everybody needs you. So go talk to everybody. You never know what you're going to find.
Good advice. So how can we get in contact with you? I have a Spartan that's listening and or a potential Spartan, or I have somebody that's out in the workforce about to graduate from high school. How can we get in contact with Alisha and Christina?
So you can always connect with us at nsu.edu, and we're under Career Services. We are located in the Student Services Center, Suite 318. We have just transitioned or moved to a larger location.
Ooh.
Yes, so we want to invite our students out and actually invite employers out. Again, we are a great talent resource for employers. So you can also connect with us on social media. You also can connect with us. You can email us. You can email me at albazemore@nsu.edu, or you can call us at 757-823-8462. And we're here to support our students, our students and our alumni as well, and employers.
I'm coming.
Yes, we'll be looking out for you.
And you're open in the summertime. That's
yes, we're
really good to
open
know.
all year long.
Awesome.
Monday through Friday, every day, all day.
Throw that number out there one more time.
757-823-8462.
All right. And for Opportunity Inc. and the Youth Career Center of Hampton Roads. Throw it at me, Christina.
Yep, so the Youth Career Center is located at the Virginia Beach College, our campus of Tidewater Community College. We are at 233-8686. That was 757-233-8686. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Just Google us. We'll be there. And if you are over 24 and you still need help, that's all right. Opping's got you. Come out to 861 Glen Rock Road at our one-stop workforce center, and we will help you find out what your next opportunity is going to be. And for our college students, please, please, please go see your college career center. They know your degree, they know your community, they know your college, and they know the employers that are excited to see you. So go see them and us. We'll work in tandem with each other. You're going to maximize your opportunities. Go see Alisha.
That's right.
So I'm going to get all of this information. If it kind of went over your head, it's okay. I'm going to put it on our Facebook wall, WNSB Hot 91.1 FM. That's what we are on Facebook. And you'll get all the information that you need to connect with the organizations that these ladies represent. I want to thank both of you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's Friday night. It feels good, you know, the summertime. So you could be anywhere, but I'm glad that you're here on Hampton Roads Voices. Also, make sure if you ever want to hear a rerun of this very episode on Friday nights, you can catch that on Sundays at 12 p.m. Sundays afternoon, 12 p.m. You can get that show. Okay, so until next time, Hampton Roads Voices is out, and I will see you on Monday morning with the Kickstart with Khilo at 6 a.m. All right, have a great weekend. Please be safe, and it is hot. 91.